Welcome to day 11, you're doing fantastic. Day 11 already. Today's going to be about making action plans. First one, we're going to talk about meals. And we'll start with what foods do you really like? Write down what you really like. What's your favourite staples? So part of your meal plan is how we're going to carry our food to work. If you're going to have bananas, they're going to get mushed up. So banana smoothie or Durianrider smoothie in a big jug that's not going to leak in your bag. I've done that before, leaking bag syndrome. You can have Tupperware, solid Tupperware container full of rice, pasta, boiled potatoes, steamed corn, whatever. So learn out how to carry your favourite lunch to work. You want to find out what you actually enjoy for meals. I like various fruits, but for a meal, not so much like star apple. I like the flavour, but I don't want to eat it as a meal. Find out what you'd like for a meal. All right? It might be corn, pasta, rice, bananas, dates, mangoes. Find out what you like, and can you eat a meal of it and make those your meals. Find out what you like to eat as a meal. What's important in life is having a backup plan, especially with meal time. So if you have your meal gets lost, or the dog eats it, or whatever, or it gets confiscated at the airport, whatever, have a backup plan option so you don't go starving, go hungry. You don't want to be cutting calories, but oh, that's good, I can cut calories. No, you don't want to be cutting calories, you want to be carved up so you can power every day of your life and live hard and rest well, sleep well. So if you don't get your food, I want you to have a backup plan at all times. Let's talk about training schedule. I follow the 95-5 rule, 95% talking pace, 5% asthma attack pace, where your breathing's just full on. 95% of the time, just roll around talking. Do it. 5% of the time, you want to be out of breath. You want to be out of breath. And it's okay to be out of breath when you're pushing hard. Otherwise, just go at talking pace. 95% easy, 5% hard. At the start, you can go 100% easy. 100% easy are what I recommend, and build that cardio base. But if you've been a bit of a seasoned athlete, 5% hard. When I mean hard, I mean all out hard. All right? 95% of the time, easy, 5% hard. That's what all the top level athletes do. Excellent tip with training is every 4th week, scale it right back, drop it right back. So you got 1, 2, 3, your training goes up. 4th week, drop it right back. What does this do? It lets the body absorb the training. I mean, even the professional athletes on drugs do this. All right? So everyone who says train hard every day, no rest, they wouldn't have a clue. So every 4th week, drop it right back. So you absorb the previous week's training, so the mitochondria can get the recovery, and then you find your hunger builds, hunger for training, hunger for life. So every 4th week, drop it right back to bare bones. At least 50% less than you're normally doing. And what if you get an injury? It's okay to take time off. Focus on other areas of your life, your relationship, your finances, your work, your social media, your ebook, your YouTube channel, whatever. If you get an injury and you can't train, and you can't do any other sport, you've broken both your legs or whatever, do something else. Use that energy to do something else. Don't sit down a second being frustrated or whatever. Transmutate that frustration into fascination of how you can achieve even more in your daily goals. And when you're developing a training schedule, you want to have a long-term mindset. This ain't no P90X fad. All those guys are on steroids anyway. You want to train smarter versus harder. You want to be training for life. All right? That's what you want to be doing. Training for life, long-term. Let's talk about making time for your goals. It's all about priorities. You've got to prioritize time in the day to focus on your goals, take action on your goals. You want to make time for your goals, you've got to prioritize. You've got to have priorities. You've got to change your priorities. A famous cyclist once said to me, Harley, everybody's got 24 hours in a day, but not everyone uses them. I want you to prioritize your goals with your time. Everybody has 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week. What are you going to do with that time? You're going to use it for your goals, or you're going to waste it? Everybody has 24 hours in a day. What are you going to do with it? Too many people think they have to spend all day doing something. I'll tell you what, 1 minute a day is better than no minute a day. Just a minute a day, 30 seconds a day is better than nothing. I remember I had an injury, I was coming back to running. I started with 30 seconds of jogging a day, no matter what, just light jogging. Sometimes I'd forget, I'd wake up in my bed, jog on the spot in my bed, 30 seconds a day. And that get all the motor neurons, all the mitochondria, all the cholecatamines, get them all fired up. So anything is better than nothing. I've trained with some of the highest paid athletes on the planet. Yeah, they're full of drugs, but one thing champions do, when they always make time for their goals every day. They make time for their goals. So think and live like a champion every day. Make small time for your goals, no matter how small. A little bit is better than none. So today's mission is creating a template, a weekly template. And first part of that is sleep. I want you to write down how many hours of sleep you're willing to, and rest you're willing to get each night. Try to get to bed between 8 and 9 p.m. You're going to wake up next day just like ready to rock. If you get early nights, you're going to be ready to rock. So part of our weekly template is creating time for eating and shopping. I like to set a time where I go to the market or the wholesalers or the shop, wherever I am, and that way your daily structure, your weekly structure, you know what you're going to be doing when, and that helps create positive habit, positive routine. We're creatures that thrive on habit, so work out when you like to best eat, pencil it in, create that template. You can see my example down below again. So part of today's mission is setting up the template of your working hours. How many hours a day do you want to work? You might like, Harley, I work 12 hours a day at the moment. Okay, that's great now, but what about in the future? What's your goal? Write it down, visualize it. And now you can have a template for your current situation. You work 15 hours a day, so you've got to write in what you can do outside of that time, or how you can eat properly at work, or train at work, maybe ride your bike to work. Create a template. I learned this actually from Lance Armstrong. Create a template if you want to be successful in life. The last part of the mission is I want you to write down how much training time you're willing to allocate each day, each week, and start small. I'll put more information down below. Start with adding 10% each week, just little bits by little bits. Consistency is what gives results. Too many people try and go crazy for a month, never works. P90X is a fad. Those things never work long term. We want long-term habits for long-term results. That wraps up end of the day. We'll see you tomorrow. Get a good night's rest again. Wake up fresh.